Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Old School Runescape. You'll have to forgive me, I'm still a little sick. I've been coming over like some sort of cold, maybe a little bit of a flu. I don't know, I felt awful though. Hopefully, I won't be dead by the end of this video, but how are you guys doing? Welcome to Old School Runescape, getting ever closer to the second leagues. But we've had big news for RuneScape and Old School RuneScape as well in the past couple of weeks now. This has happened about a week or so ago, and I didn't cover it because I've been busy, excuse me, catching up on life and just kind of getting everything under control. So I didn't have time to make a video on it, but RuneScape came to Steam. That's insane. So if you remember maybe a month or so ago, I made a video about they released some patch notes saying that Old School RuneScape was coming to bigger things. And I predicted it was going to be consoles of some kind, maybe the next-gen consoles like the Xbox Series X, PS5, so on and so forth. Now, that doesn't seem like that's the case as of right now. Doesn't seem like anything is going to be happening with RuneScape coming to next-gen consoles yet. But what they were referring to was RuneScape coming and getting ported to Steam, which is crazy to think that they're able to now have that level of audience for RuneScape. Now, it's not old school, but it's going to be old school soon. Now, I never really play the live game, you know, the regular RuneScape. I haven't played that in years, but I did download it on Steam to give it a try because there's even Steam achievements, which I thought was pretty interesting because I'm a big fan of achievements, like on the Xbox. I've always been a big hunter of achievements, you could say. So I've always had that allure, so I like that. And looking through the list of RuneScape achievements, some of them seem pretty intense. Excuse me. Okay, my apologies. I finished dying now. So I have pulled up a few of these Steam achievements that I could find, just a quick little list. And some of them, they have a very wide range. They range from pretty difficult to, I mean, something that you could do as soon as you log into the game and you'll have it automatically unlocked. Defeated the 6 or 7 Barrows brothers and tried to open their chest, crafting nature runes, completing a task or a sinkhole activity. RuneScape 3, I don't know what the hell that means. Climbed to the top of the White Knight's castle, finished 10 clue scrolls. Like I said, that you could, I think if you have the requirements completed as soon as you log in on Steam, you automatically unlock the achievement. Killing 1,000 of RuneScape's bosses, claimed an anti-dragon shield from the Duke of Lumbridge. Now, there's only 20 on launch, but people are speculating that there's going to be some secret achievements, or maybe some sort of, they're going to continue to release more as the game expands, or as it becomes more familiar on Steam, I suppose. Now, that's not the intention of this video. I wanted to talk about that because that's huge and interesting, but what I want to talk about is when Old School RuneScape is going to come onto Steam. Not just this RuneScape 3 that we all know or love? Question mark? I don't know. I know there's obviously a huge fan base for it because it's on freaking Steam. But I want to talk about when Old School RuneScape is coming to Steam because it is. It absolutely is. It's 100% confirmed. There's no clickbait. This is happening. So if we go over here, this was from the Gazette a couple of weeks ago, where Mike D was talking about how they announced RuneScape would be releasing on Steam, and that some people were wondering, hey, is Old School going to be coming to Steam? You know, where's the game that I know and love? And as he said, everything in this article, they are going to be putting Old School RuneScape on Steam, but not yet. Early 2021. Early 2021. Now, that seems far away, but with the rate at which 2020 has been going, it is kind of. I mean, we're in October, near the end of October right now, so let's say February. That's pretty early 2021. That's like 3 or so months away. Right? November, December, January, February. 4 months away. And, you know, but I'm curious as to see, especially if they do, you know, they were talking about doing like combat-related achievements in a previous poll where like specifically for bosses, you know, how they have like the achievements right now for like, you know, if we go back over here, they have like the achievements for all of the areas, but they're talking about releasing specifically bossing related achievements. Now, that's interesting. Like I said before, I love achievements. I love a good grind for something. I like trying to obtain or complete a task. I enjoy that quite a bit. Now, if I'm not a PC player, right? I don't play on Steam. I've always been a big console guy. That's why I was really hyped for RuneScape to come to the next-gen consoles, which they talk about coming to new platforms down here. Anywhere they want to put it anywhere. They want old school RuneScape all over the place. They didn't think a lot of people obviously didn't think it would be able to live on Steam because of the game client obviously becoming very outdated. Which, let's be honest, it already kind of is. And obviously the bigger issue, which I talked about before, tackling bots and connectivity issues, account security, all of the usual stuff. You have to amplify that because the user base on Steam is so much larger than anything else you can imagine. So that's exactly what they're going to be doing, excuse me. Like in a video I made previously, they are already on the botting problem, right? They've already started to tackle that essentially head on with shutting down, powerhouse sites like EpicBot, PowerBot, I think OS Buddy or RS Buddy, whatever it's called previously in a past life, is already on its way out. So they are working hard, and I will give them that. They are working at solving this problem of botting. We see that live. We see that they are trying. So kudos. Now, I want to ask you, what do you think? Do you think old school RuneScape belongs on Steam? Obviously, it thrived on mobile. The player base skyrocketed when it made the jump to mobile for old school RuneScape. Now, that's also one thing I want to talk about. Old school RuneScape came to mobile first, then RuneScape. So I wonder if they decided that RuneScape was more suited to coming to PC and Steam first, or not PC, it's already on PC obviously, but you know what I mean. It came to Steam first before old school. I wonder if they just wanted to swap it because old school got to go to mobile first, or if there was a specific reason. Because I think that is the general consensus not that people play old school RuneScape more than the updated version of RuneScape. I've never known, and I probably never will get a solid answer. I feel like it's probably pretty even, but I still think that old school edges out the competition on RuneScape. But I don't know. Anyway, we'll hop back here. There's a lot of stuff they can't tell us, basically, which that makes sense. There's a lot of stuff going on early on, and the secret projects have to stay secret for a reason. I get it. But apparently there's a lot happening, lots going on. If they can get old school RuneScape on Steam early, or early next 2021, like they're saying, like they're debating, or hoping at least, that'd be sick. Like I said, I never play on Steam. I never have been a big Steam/PC gamer. But I'll play RuneScape if it's better than the client. Now that's another thing I don't know about. What's gonna happen with, like, say, RuneLite? Because everybody uses RuneLite. I know that for a fact. Nobody uses the old client because, like I said, and even like Jagex stated, it's outdated, and that's what they're that's what they're wanting to try to solve when they put it through Steam. Now I think I did try it. I did try to play RuneScape, the RuneScape 3 on Steam, just to see what it was like because I wasn't for sure. And okay, I think I'm good. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious as to if you're obviously you're probably hype for old school to come to Steam. I know I am. Even if it's just for the Steam achievements alone, I'm curious to see how much you can unlock just by locking in the game. How much your account already has done, and just see the list of achievements just scroll up and down. That'd be awesome. But one last thing I want to talk about really quickly before we wrap this video up is bringing more content to old school RuneScape in general. You know how some things have been like some things will start in the live game, and then they'll think about it and they'll bring it into old school if there's a general wanting for the content, like say Soul Wars. They talked about bringing Soul Wars into old school. They talk about more things, porting more RuneScape content to old school, and what you guys would think. So since obviously there's so many, the live game of RuneScape is so huge, and there's just so much content that they've wanted to bring in that because it's so good they don't want it to go to waste, kind of thing. Like while Gothic sleeps, they kind of transferred that into Dragon Slayer 2, and it's like the Corporal Beast. They kind of recreated that essentially in old school, and just a lot of RuneScape content has been tossed into the mix of old school, you could say, whether you knew so or not. A lot of it's kind of been reflected into that sort of pool of old school RuneScape content, and they just kind of tweaked it a little bit to kind of hopefully see that you can still have the live game, kind of a mixture. So they'll tell us that we miss a lot of content, obviously, which we do, like Stealing Creation. You guys remember Stealing Creation? That was my shit. Buyable pets. What? Summoning charms, summoning in general. If you guys want or are interested rather in RuneScape content, and some things I do wish there was in old school, like summoning, for example. I loved summoning. It was probably one of my favorite skills in RuneScape. I know a lot of people like to say they liked engineering and all that stuff, but man, summoning was my jam. And I wish there would be some way to incorporate that into old school, maybe someday. Now, old school RuneScape gets lots of regular, on its own content, like Monkey Madness 2 and stuff like that, Dragon Slayer 2. And I would love to see them. Obviously, a new skill is huge for old school RuneScape, and that would probably ruin a lot of the game. And I know people don't want it, like they did the same thing with warding previously. And I know it's huge, but maybe it'd be something nice to spice it up. You never know. But I'm gonna go, guys. I've been rambling long enough. What do you guys think about RuneScape coming to old school RuneScape rather coming to Steam? What do you think about porting RuneScape content into old school? Are you about it? Are you against it? Let me know. Leave me a like, guys, and subscribe if you want to see more old school RuneScape content. I do other things. I play some other games. I try not to just play RuneScape, but it's been popping. There's been lots going on. I've got a lot to talk about. Leagues, the second league is coming up like in a week, and I'm going to be covering the hell out of that. So if you want to see all kinds of Trailblazer content, make sure you subscribe so you can not miss a thing. I will see you guys then, though. But until then, boys and girls, bye.